Do you still remember the day when you jot down your goals and how much you want to reach it so much in this year, and how was it going so far? If you feel stuck, feel free to stay out through this video. I may share some helpful tips for you to help you to move forward.
The queen, I'm the alpha, the omega, everything in between. Ride with the mob, check you and me, and we get job.
What's going on, guys? This is Xavier from Focus Athletes. I know everyone has different type of goals, be it you want to lose weight, you want to get a six-pack, start a business, or learn some cool calisthenics skills this year. But I know that everyone has very high motivation at the start of the year as long as they jot down the goals. But throughout the years, our motivation can get lesser and lesser because we are actually meeting a lot of obstacles, and we must know that this is part of us that is not discovered yet. So we need a lot of knowledge and actually execution to actually reach these goals. Okay, if you solely rely on willpower, perhaps it's not going to work because every day we might feel differently, and some of the day we might actually not feel like it, and even we may feel distracted, and somehow we get strayed away from our goals. So we actually need more practical strategy to actually help us to move forward, to make improvement. The first tips I'm going to share with you is to have a sense of urgency. So let's say we take the getting lean back, for example, or getting a six-pack, because it's more relevant for all of us. So we cannot set these goals that we want to reach it by the end of the year, because if we do that, right, we does not have a deadline in our mind, means to say that we can actually take our own time. Whether we hit this goal or not, it's okay, it's not as important. But whereas if we set a sense of urgency for, give it a reasonable of time, which is 4 months, so within these 4 months, I will know that this deadline is getting closer. I need to set the practical goals for each and every month or weeks. By doing this, right, we can actually know how to set our action plan for these few months and weeks. So we know that these weeks, right, we have to work from 9 to 5, and shall I put my workout before the work or after the work, and how many times can I commit per day? And then we actually make sure that each and every week we are actually progressing overload these workouts. So we're actually doing a lot more extra during our workout and compressing this time. So by doing this, right, we actually get more organized and have a sense of urgency to move forward. The second one is actually tracking. Have we actually tracked our progress as the time go by? There's a saying that says that those who does not track does not care. So as the time go by, we actually must do some reflection for ourselves, that whether did we make any mistake or how can we improve this progress. So in this process, right, we will do a lot of experimentation, that trial and errors, that what might work and what might not work. So it's very common that we make a lot of silly mistakes. So one of the practical way to actually track and remind you, right, is I like to paste a postage note in front of my mirrors. So every morning, right, I will just look at the mirror and see that, oh, this is the goals that I have not reached. So every day I've been reminded. The third one, right, you can actually try to find a mentor, which I think that mentor is actually help us to save a lot of time, even though we make several investment at the start. Because if let's say we want to go to a mountain, right, we always want to ask someone that has already reached there and they're on the way down. We are not going to ask someone that is on their way up. So because the person that has already produced the result that you want, so we can actually learn more from them, and then we actually reduce the time to actually reach to our goals. So yeah. The fourth one is actually to audit your environment. Environment means to say either your close friend, your family, or your work environment around you. Work environment is so important is because it actually directly impact your productivity. So means to say, if let's say you have a negative group of friends, you will somehow actually live inside your subconscious mind that everything you do, right, you will receive non-supportive comments or any feedback. So, and then if you share a certain news to them, right, perhaps they don't really understand, or they straight away switch any topic and even not listening. So if we want to move forward, right, it's best to have a supportive group of people who have the same mindset. So that's the reason why some people, they want to go study, they prefer to go to library, because everyone have the same goals and it's quiet and non-destructive. Or they go to the gym to work out is because everyone is working towards improving on their physics. So this is the reason why the environment is so important. So make sure that if you have bad friends, don't hold on to them, and you can just continue to find a new group of friends that is more aligned with your goal. So yeah. Okay, lastly, I just want to conclude, right? If let's say you are going to do something new this year, you are definitely going to anticipate a lot of judgment to you. A lot of people who don't understand. You'll do tons and hundreds of experiments that does not work, and you will feel very demotivated. How come that you put in so much hours and perhaps you just have no talent and perhaps you'll just give up? So every successful people actually face this kind of situation. So what we can do is we just clock in the hours and then just improve step by step. So perhaps today you just do something new, right? The next one you just want to improve, but 1 year later you'll definitely see some improvement over time. So what happens if you just give up? Perhaps the next year, right, you are still going to write down the same New Year resolution. So it's not going to help. So much as well you just spend this period to just hold on and grit through this journey, and then eventually we will just, perhaps some people they will take 3 months, then you can just take 1 year. It doesn't matter, because eventually this is the things that you want to achieve, and it's up to you, and this is your life, right? So we does not live for anyone else. So I hope this video is helpful to you, and I'll see you in the next video.